Hi, Jamie here. This is the first video in a two-part series that I will reveal a simple plan that actually maps out how to jumpstart your bookings, get walk-ins as regular clients, and some very specific steps to take each day to become the top producer in your salon. Now, this is not a course that I'm selling, books that you need to buy, or some whiz-bang social media marketing campaign that you just push a button to start and magically you're going to get customers. This is just to the point, straight information that is going to give you actionable steps you can start taking right now. Before I get too far along, be sure to check your email inbox and your junk folders for the email address that you use to access this video, because you have been sent some login credentials to a free tool that you can use that's going to help you with this, that you're going to find out about later on. If for some reason you did not receive that email, or you need it resent, or you're just having some issues, please just send me a quick note to the email address you see on the screen and I'll be sure to help you out. Okay, so let's briefly talk about phone use. And this is about as detailed as I will get into numbers, but this is essential to understand as to why this approach is so successful. Okay, here's the top 3 reasons why people pick up their phones. Number 3, internet access, to browse the internet, to do a quick Google search, what have you. Number 2, to take a picture. Lots of selfies going on these days. And number 1 is read or send a text message. So, if you can understand and accept the realities of phone usage, then you will be setting yourself up not just for exploding your bookings, but you will now be perfectly positioned to blow up your Facebook presence, your ability to inexpensively run ad promo campaigns, and probably most importantly, you position your customers to be able to quickly and easily pass you along as a referral. What I am giving you is the key that unlocks the door to all of those things that build your clientele in your business. More on this in a bit. Let's think about this logically here for a second. Your ability to generate more bookings and convert walk-ins into regulars is not going to be based on price. Yet look at your local advertising and it's clear that price is the most prevalent item to the majority of the advertisements. Why? Does it make any sense at all to take part in a race to the bottom? Absolutely not. Of course it doesn't make any sense. Yet this is what many in the industry are doing. It's actually turning you into a commodity that customers simply shop around for the best price. It's absurd, and it's not a way to win the clients that you want to work with. Here's an idea. Focus on your social selling ability. You are probably far better at this than you might think, but it's really nothing more than simple conversation and outreach. It's this outreach is what is vital to make the jump from just talk while you're working on a client to actually getting them to, 1, add another booking for the month, and 2, bringing in a new customer from the referral. This also applies to many Facebook or other forms of advertising too. Here's the point I'm making. Let's use social selling instead of traditional interruption marketing like paid advertising that focuses so much on price. And let's engage and interact with them using the most prevalent communication item, which of course is their smartphone. And use the most often reason why they pick up that phone, text messaging. In a social selling world, It's all about giving of something that the customer will value and appreciate. And this has to be done out of genuine desire to give, expecting nothing in return, not a quid pro quo. So I'm not talking about a discount offer or some such thing. Again, that is price focused, and we want to stay away from that. There is, however, one thing that we can deliver through messaging and customer outreach that they can actually use and will most certainly be appreciated. A simple reminder about an upcoming booked appointment. This will truly be unexpected because mostly it's just dentists sending these out. But any environment where a booked appointment is prevalent will apply. Yes, even in a salon. And also arguably even more important to use in a salon simply because it's such a social marketplace. The utility of the reminder holds immediate value, as in a customer may have forgotten. Oh, that's right. But there are other more important effects, the appreciation factor, for example. And if you look even further, that simple little reminder is now incredibly easy to be passed along to others as a referral. It doesn't get lost like an appointment card or a paper business card might. And it puts your name directly into the hands of the customer, easily visible and retrievable, not in some pocketbook or a wallet. It's on their phone. This also has another additional effect. It brands you as someone that is service focused. And this is a place far, far away from the world of low prices to win over customers. And that's exactly where you want to be. Quickly, let me just mention that depending upon your situation and relationship with the salon, it might be a good idea to coordinate or consult with management or the owner to make it known that you will be doing this, so as nothing is a surprise to anyone. I mean, the last thing you want to do is harm any relationships you may have or jeopardize your employment if they happen to not approve. So it's worth it to talk about this with them. Also, some of this may be more applicable in certain situations. For example, if you are renting a chair, or maybe the salon you work at has a point of sale system that collects customer information. So you might have to tweak things slightly to make it work. Let's take a look at the sequence of events that typically occur throughout a day in order to get this thing rolling. First, starting tomorrow, as you service customers, let's make sure to acquire their contact information at some point during the time you spent with them. Okay, so above all else, you need to just keep this very simple. Name, phone number. This is because it should be done as if it's part of a conversation or a quick comment. For example, oh, by the way, Mary, let me have your cell so I can send you a reminder then before your next visit. If it's a new customer or walk-in, you may want to incorporate a promo offer. Oh, hey, Mary, before I forget, in August I plan to run a great promo for free product or coloring discount. I'm still not exactly sure which one, but if you give me your cell number, I can text you when that starts. So you can figure out what works best for your clientele, but the basic premise is to just keep it within a conversational context. This second action step is typically done at the end of each day, but you could easily make entries throughout the day. It really just depends upon how busy you might be, and in many cases, just being good about recording the information. This step is simply about creating and maintaining an electronic copy of the customer information. Again, keep this very simple. Complexity just kills this step for a lot of people. And when you simplify it, you increase your assurance that this step is completed. And it is absolutely critical that you do this step. All you have to do is simply make entries into a Google document, a basic Excel spreadsheet, or even just a blank text document on your computer, iPad or tablet, or even on your phone. Now, don't worry about having to be a techie here or be intimidated by this stuff, because I am giving you all of the possible resources you will need to be able to create and maintain this customer information. And I will go over this step in detail in the next video too. The most important takeaway here is that by keeping this type of information you collect simple, just their name and phone number, you practically eliminate any concern about how to use spreadsheets or other technology. It truly is quite simple to do. The third and final action you need to perform each day is to send out text reminders to clientele. I recommend that this is the first thing done each workday before you start working on clients. But it is also just fine to do this at the end of each day as well. Now, the idea is to send the reminders to the next day's list of booked appointments, all of them, all at once. Of course, how you currently maintain this information is important. And if you are simply using pen and paper, it might be a good idea to migrate this information to an electronic version. Again, I am providing the necessary resources absolutely 100% free for you to be able to do this. And I am also perfectly happy to give you 30 minutes of my time for free to be able to get you up and running with this. So, you may be asking, hey, this is great, Jamie, but how in the world do I send out text reminders to my customers each day? Well, there's two good options. One is a free method, the other is an inexpensive tool, and I'm going to show you both. This first method is 100% free, and it can be done from any device. All you need is access to your email account and format your send to list correctly. The basic idea is that you can send a text message to any cell from your email by simply entering in the phone number with the carrier's domain after the @ sign or ampersand sign. So, for example, if the number is a Verizon network number, it would be formatted like this: 1 area code, then the number at vtext.com. But before I get too far into that, let's start with setting up the list of numbers that you need to send. First, pull up your list of cell numbers that you want to send an alert to. Then just go to this website, carrierlookup.com, and punch in each of the numbers to determine each of the numbers at address that you need to complete. Then format each entry with the appropriate phone number and the @carrier address. And then go into your email client and just simply send out an email to each recipient with the formatted cellular number and carrier address. The second method is a very inexpensive option that streamlines the whole process above and allows you to simply copy and paste in the numbers without having to do any lookup of either appropriate carrier addresses. It also only requires you to type in a single message rather than sending individual messages to each recipient. And it does this by inserting the date and time information about each recipient's appointment into the single message. It does it exactly where you want them to be inserted. The mobileexchange.com site is perfect for this situation and is a preferred method than manually doing individual email to text tasks. This site really streamlines that entire process. It is incredibly easy to use and is super affordable. The bottom line is that this fits very well into those daily action steps that I laid out earlier, because it does not require you to connect any point of sale systems or other data sources. If all you have is a written down list of clients on a piece of paper and that's how you maintain it, then this is the best option. On the other extreme, this site is an excellent choice for a salon with reception that can easily manage this task for the entire operation. It makes it that efficient. Of course, this site fits really well for the salon professional that is just renting a chair. doesn't rely upon the salon to maintain the customer information and has been wanting to be able to send text alerts and promotional offers. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have provided you with some login credentials, so be sure to check your email. Yes, this means that I have provided you with access to mobileexchange.com absolutely free of charge. I hope that this gift will get you started with some significant changes to your marketing, your customer outreach, and your sales. I know that this will be an incredibly powerful tool that you can use.